Hi, good morning. This is Scott. Welcome to the meditation live stream. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Saturday morning. And here on my channel, we're working with meditation. But the way we do it is multidimensional. I like to think of it as 4D meditation with awareness. Awareness is different than consciousness. And, a while back when I began doing my live streams, I was going into Patanjali, who wrote the Yoga Sutras, and I looked at Patanjali again early this morning, and the more I think about Patanjali, the more kind of revolutionary these ideas were for the time and for the kind of texts that were out there. Patanjali said that, there's like a ladder of mastery for practice. And for Patanjali, yoga was not just for physical exercise, but it was for realizing the self. The self is the true self with a capital S, or spirit. With that which is beyond our soul. Our soul's a reflection, or the spark of the divine, sort of realizing the divine self. And he mentioned that there were steps. First step is fluctuations are mastered internally, externally, and suppressed. Step 2 is the practitioner reaches a state that transcends the sphere of internal and external breathing entirely. Step 3 is a critical transformation. It's referred to as dissolving the covering of light, which is meant the darkness of ignorance that obscures innate knowledge. And then step 4 is ultimate concentration, which is stripped of this covering, the mind successfully develops the ability for unwavering concentration, which is very interesting. We can find today that our concentration is eternally something very hijackable. If you are on Instagram, you can be hijacked. If you're on the TikTok, as I see a lot of people are, your attention, your concentration is diverted to other things. And that which we place our attention on has power. It is granted a kind of energy. And I think, here on my channel, we're seeking to do something a little bit different with our attention. We're working with awareness, which is what I think is a little bit beneath the surface of consciousness, and useful for making decisions in life, because we need information that is more real to make decisions from. In order to make those decisions, we need access to reality. And when we work with awareness, we're actually accessing that depth and enacting it in our body, our emotion, our mind, and our relationships. So that's here what we do on the channel here. And so we'll practice. Today we'll go for about 50 minutes. And we'll begin now with a Donna Eden technique to release static energy in our subtle body. So making sure your feet are crossed at the ankles, taking your hands, bringing them up into your chest, and breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can begin to feel the energy building up into your hands. Very good. We'll do 3 more. Great. And coming out of that and releasing the static energy by flicking away from your body. Just feeling it release away from you. Awesome. Great. And then bringing your hands together in prayer position. And you can have your eyes closed if you like. And repeating after me either out loud or silently. I release all energies, thoughts, emotions, intentions, and frequencies that are not mine back to Source. With the help from Spirit, I release all thoughts, emotions, energies, sensations, and effects in my environment that are not for my highest good back to Source. Very good. And now we can begin practice. With your eyes closed, gently placing your attention on your physical body and the sensations of your body. You can feel your body's subtle movement, temperature, sense of presence and aliveness, and tingling and pulsing. You can feel your body's contact with the earth underneath you, your connection to the planet. Good, and we can begin the practice of feeling and softening on the in-breath, feeling your body, and on the out-breath, softening and melting down through your body and into the earth. And the softening and melting can be kind of like this healing light or this healing honey that as it travels down through your body, it collects and removes all impurities, heals, cleanses, makes whole, and purifies as it travels down through your body and into the earth, where the earth receives that energy and recycles and transforms it. each cycle of breath, you get a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, and you melt just a little bit deeper into the earth. Very good, and then you can add in a pause in your practice. So on the in-breath, feeling your body, out-breath, softening, melting down through your body. And then at the end of the out-breath, you can pause between the next in-breath. And beginning to notice stillness, developing both within and without you. Feeling and softening is a very useful technique in times of stress or overwhelm. You can always count on returning to your body for grounding and anchoring. Practice on the in-breath feeling and the out-breath softening. Very useful. Practice in the morning or before bed or whenever you find yourself with the moment to be able to do so. Great, and then bringing your attention up now into your heart, feeling your heart space, center of your chest. You can imagine as though you're breathing directly in and out of your heart. On the in-breath in, feeling your heart. And the out breath, softening and expanding your heart. Whenever there are two or more people gathered and they enter their hearts, there's always a sense of tenderness and warmth there. This is a place where heaven and earth meet. Very good. And coming in contact with your emotions, you can notice what's present for you emotionally right now. And without trying to fix or change or get rid of your emotions, just allowing yourself to feel a little bit in the shared space. You could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions, like points on a compass, giving your life direction. You could be feeling anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. You could also be feeling numb, which is also a valid emotional experience. Very good. And then we'll spend a little bit more time in our hearts on the in-breath, feeling your heart. Out-breath, softening, expanding your heart. And then at the end of the out-breath, you can pause and notice the kind of the vast, open, spacious quality of your heart field. Beautiful. And then bringing your attention up now into your head. You can imagine as though you're breathing directly in and out of your head, out of your forehead, between your eyebrows, your third eye space, or your crown, whatever feels correct for you, the top, very top of your head. And just on the in-breath, feeling, and then on the out-breath, softening in and around your skull. And coming into contact with your thoughts, you can notice how busy or active your mind is. And without actively thinking, just allowing your thoughts to come and go, almost like clouds in the sky, learning to remain uninvolved with thought. And if you notice that you're actively thinking, you can always return, as I like to say, returning back to your body, feeling your body, your spine, your body's connection to the earth for grounding and anchoring. And from here, if you like, you can add in a pause in the practice, like we've been doing. So on the in-breath, feeling your head. Out-breath, softening in and around your head. And then at the end of the out-breath, you can pause. And it's almost as though your whole entire head disappears. And resting gently on your shoulders is this vast open sky. Just practice feeling on the in-breath, softening on the out-breath, and exploring that open space in the pause. before we move on to the next set of techniques, we'll practice something called tree breath, which is not something I made up, but it's a cool practice. So it's pretending like you're a tree, so your whole body is like a tree, and the bottom half of your body is like the roots, and then the middle part of your body is like the trunk, and your head and your arms and your hands are kind of like the leaves of the tree. And on the in-breath, you practice breathing up your body almost like a tree gathering water from its roots all the way up to the top of your head to your leaves. And then on the out-breath, feeling and sensing back down your body, back down and through your roots into the earth. And just practice sensing and feeling up on the in-breath, and then on the out-breath, back down, sensing and feeling back into the earth. And of course, if tension comes into the practice, you can always practice feeling and softening. Sometimes tension has a way of creeping into our practice, and it's up to us to become aware, recognize, and soften. We'll practice a few more rounds of tree breath. On the in-breath, envisioning, feeling water rising up through your body to the top of your head, and then on the out-breath, back down your body and into the earth. And then from here we can gently open our eyes, and we'll take a moment together to appreciate the work we did with our eyes closed, keeping your eyes soft, and just appreciating that all that depth that we've just done with our eyes closed. And you can, if you like, as an anchor, take your thumb with your hand, gently hold on to your thumb, and put your fingers over the top like this for a nice anchor in your lap. And you could place the tip of your tongue in the roof of your mouth. There's a little notch for your tongue to go. This helps keep the energy in a circuit. And we'll practice now in the relational space, the space of outside and inside. So on the in-breath, feeling around you, the space around you. And then on the out-breath, feeling the space inside you. And just practice noticing that distinction, feeling outside on the in-breath, and then back inside on the out-breath. And it can be very useful with your eyes open, to look at something Mother Nature made. So if you have a chance to look out a window, or if you're outside already, to observe a landscape around you. This is very useful in terms of resonance with the practice. Feeling outside on the in-breath, and then inside on the out-breath. Notice that it could be easier to feel outside rather than inside, or vice versa. It could be easier to feel inside rather than outside. Just making a note of what it's like for you. And from here, if you like, you can add in qualities to your practice. Qualities are kind of like these feeling states. We just practice sending and receiving the qualities. So on the in-breath, practicing feeling around you love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness on the in-breath around you. And then on the out-breath, love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness towards yourself. Just practice offering and then receiving the qualities. Great, and then from here we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll be quiet. You can set your prayers and your intentions first. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up healing and blessings, and ripple out into the community, transforming our culture and our systems. Amen. Wonderful. Thank you so much for spending time with me. You have an awesome Saturday. Feel free to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Leave me an emoji. And a little bit goes a long way. And remember, a little bit of light helps transform our life. And if we practice every day, it makes a profound difference. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.